Apple Physical Therapy plays a key role in keeping athletes at the top of their games. Apple is the training provider for the Washington State Interscholastic Activities Association, which includes the state championship tournaments and school district clients like Cascade Christian Schools. And so are hundreds of adult and youth sports participants, like a young man from Kent, Washington, named Cade Crisco. And now, a special presentation of Apple Physical Therapy. Patient Stories. He may be young, but he says baseball is his life, and it's been that way for as long as he can remember. But Cade Crisco says the sound he heard come out of his hip one day at Matson Middle School made him wonder when he'd ever get back out on the field.
Well, I was just jogging at school. We were playing football, and I just felt a pop, and I fell, and then, I couldn't move my leg. They had to get me a wheelchair, and they brought me down to the nurse, and they brought me to the hospital, got x-rays, and it broke. My hip broke.
I was just terrified. I felt so bad for him because he doesn't complain about being hurt ever. He never complains about being sick. He's just not that type of kid, and to see him in tears was just heartbreaking.
A lot of things run through your mind. My first thing was, is he going to limp for the rest of his life? I mean, what's it going to entail for him just to get back to walking, let alone playing baseball the way he likes to play baseball?
Cade is one of the top-rated youth baseball players in the state of Washington, but this rare detachment of a hip flexor muscle from a growth plate on his hip was his first serious injury, and not even being able to walk took a real toll on his spirits for a while. But for Cade Crisco, baseball was a powerful motivator going into therapy.
That was the only thing on my mind. Can I play baseball?
His greatest goal was to get better, to get back on the ball field, and so he approached it very methodically. He was all business when he came into PT. He was willing to work hard, and he worked hard from the minute he stepped in to the minute he left.
Carrie was the kind of person that took over the role of, I'm here to push you, I'm here to help you, and I'm going to get you back on this field as fast as possible, but not just a quick rehab. We're going to rehab you to where you are a better person, a better athlete, and you're going to be more conditioned not to get hurt again.
These days, Cade is back at full speed playing baseball just about year-round. He's an unusual combination: a strong infielder, a clutch batter who hits about .450, and a pitcher who gave up just 4 earned runs over 80 innings on the mound in a recent season. In fact, he was picked to be about one of 16 kids selected from 7 western states to play a summer tournament for Team USA, and he's 2 years younger than most of them. Crisco says he and Apple physical therapist Carrie Emmons formed a strong partnership that was focused on pushing hard to make progress, but to do it right.
It was definitely a team that he and I formed, and I told him even from the very first time that I worked with him, I said, I'm going to be asking you to do different things, and we want to push the envelope of healing with you, but we also need to let healing take place.
It was teamwork because she had to help me do it properly to make sure I didn't get hurt again.
She was so hands-on. It was very interesting to see how somebody could enjoy their job as much as that. She took so much satisfaction in getting a young athlete back into the game at even a higher level than what he came out of.
The Crisco family chose Apple Physical Therapy because they wanted state-of-the-art physical therapy services and the convenient administrative and scheduling features that come along with it.
I can't say enough about how we were treated at Apple Physical Therapy, because we weren't just a number coming in at an appointment at 8:45 or 10:45. They took an active role in our lives while my son was injured, And even after, with some follow-ups and wanting to know how we were doing, it was something above and beyond what I would have expected ever.
Crisco, who's now in high school, and physical therapist Emmons still stay in touch. She follows his on-field exploits in the local paper while he sets out to set more records and win more awards.
So working with a kid like Cade, an athlete like Cade, is probably one of the most satisfying types of patients you can work with, because he comes in, you know, he's barely walking and he leaves and he's doing these great things out on the ball field. So there really isn't something that's more satisfying than that. And matter of fact, the last thing I told Cade was, as long as, you know, I don't want to see you back here for an injury, but I want to have a signed rookie card. So, and of course he said he would.